Hi friends, welcome back to Devil's Advocate, the critical thinking channel. First of all, I want to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel. We've made it just past 50 at the moment, which I think is absolutely amazing. I never even expected that many, so thank you so much. And if you haven't liked and subscribed already, please consider joining our channel. We're a group of critical thinkers. We have conversations about the things going on in Gorlworld, and yeah, it's been lovely getting to know my community so far, so I'd love to have more of you, get to know every single one of you. That would be absolutely amazing. Everything in this video is my own opinion, not to be taken too seriously, and all the images are from public figures, made on public platforms and available to everybody. No hateful comments, especially in this community. We don't want to hear any negative terms being used towards somebody. I'd appreciate if you have something to say, that we don't use names and name calling to do it. We're all adults. We can be better. We can be better than the communities and reaction channels can be. So first thing we're going to talk about is the screenshots sent from somebody. I'm not sure who, to be honest, but it was a communication between this person and Rachel, and she asked Rachel to come and talk to her community about what had been going on and to address the situation with the Discord and her not giving the money to Beck. And she really didn't seem to care about any of that happening. I think we know all we need to know now about Rachel. Like, there's no point in, to use this expression, flogging a dead horse, because she's not going to change who she is. We've all now seen her for who she is, and I genuinely feel like she's definitely not somebody to be an influence in your life, or to trust with any sort of opinions or facts. Don't get involved with her. Like, I suggest you just don't. Since all this stuff has come out, she has lost over 3,000 subscribers in the last couple of days from this whole situation, and it's going to keep going down. I think people are opening their eyes and coming to their senses, and good. I'm really pleased that that's happening. The second thing we're going to discuss is Amber's live stream. Now, she was very smug in this live stream. She really was, but to be honest, deservedly so. Like, the amount of the amount of abuse she gets because of what people say on reaction channels without any actual proof. Like, she may or may not have unalived Rarity, but until we see any evidence that that was the situation, we can't say either way, right? So, I think at the moment, she does take a lot of flack for a lot of things, and she generally doesn't address those things either. She remains relatively quiet on most of the controversies and subjects that go around Gorlworld, no matter how many times people tell her they want proof, they want accountability, this, that, and the other. She's just keeps quite quiet on all the subjects. I guess that is why people assume it's guilt all the time. But what if, like she said, she just, she doesn't see any point. She's damned if she does, she's damned if she doesn't. So she just doesn't. In this live stream, she opened up quite a lot about the situation with Emily. She mentioned that she had reached out to Beck and wished her well. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. Hopefully it is. Hopefully, things will even out a bit more. She'd said that there's no money dispute between her and Beck. I mean, again, I haven't seen the Beck video, so I can't say either way. So I'm going to investigate that one a bit further before I have a judgment on it. She also talked about Rarity, and she got very emotional and very upset talking about her, like how upset she was that everyone was so quick to call her the cat unaliver, when, there's no proof that she'd done that, but she sat quiet and just didn't say anything. and just let all the hate come at her, basically. And to be honest, I know she does lie a lot as well. I do know this. I'm not sticking up for her as usual. I'm trying to just be kind of the looking from an outside perspective. Like, all of the tea and all of the drama and everything does come from the drama and reaction channels. Any information does come from them rather than her herself. And then they put their opinions on it, which then turn the viewers into like a mob towards Amber Lynn. And because Amber Lynn doesn't address it, they assume guilt. But what if in some circumstances she just keeps quiet because she can't bother to argue about it? Because it's her personal life. It's not really anybody else's business, maybe. Like, I don't know. I'd be interested to hear your views about that, because that's how it came across, because she did seem genuinely upset about Rarity, and once she said her piece, she said that she was really glad to actually let it all out and let everybody know like how she had been feeling. And it did seem quite genuine, to be fair, from her. So let's hope we see more of this side of Amber Lynn. Like, maybe she has learnt her lesson with Tommy and, is gonna make progress on her mental health and how she comes across to people, because this way now is obviously not working for her at all. So, yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Also, I started watching Mr. Snowflake's B-roll video, and I don't know, just he's really going in on Amber at the moment, and like, I just got bored, to be honest. All he was talking about was the washcloths and the cat unaliving. Like, those are the only comments he was making for, like, I don't know how long it was, like an hour or something. And I got like 45 minutes in and I was like, all right, mate, you've made your point and I'm kind of over it now. Which is a shame, because the more he's saying about Rarity, the less impact that actual statement is having. And, people have heard like rumours about Rarity, and if they really cared about Rarity, surely somebody would be actually trying to get to the bottom of that rather than getting involved with all this mess that's going on with Emily. It's almost like, in the same way Rachel doesn't really care about giving the money to Beck to help her out while she's really unwell, that actual reaction community in that Discord also don't care about Rarity. They just want something to yell at Amber about. So in the drama triangle that I mentioned in a previous video, it has shifted dramatically. So the reaction channels are now the perpetrator, Amber Lynn has turned into the victim, and her community has now turned into the rescuer. And then the last time we had the conversation, it was the other way round. Like, the reaction channels were the victim, Amber Lynn was the perpetrator, and the community was the rescuer. So it'll be interesting to know what the next shift's going to be in that. And we'll keep an eye on that. And I hope you're keeping an eye on that as well. It'd be great to hear your opinion on that too. Are people going too far with Amber now? Like, I feel like it's all turning very nasty now. And I would like to see it all addressed and the culprits dealt with and been held accountable for it. So watch this space. Let's see what happens, because it seems all quiet from the channels that are implicated in it so far. So whether they're in their little Discord going, shit, what are we going to do now? Like, how are we going to make this better? Blah, 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 blah. Be interesting to find that out. So, yeah, thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.